너 언니 이름이 뭐네?
바보니? 내가 그걸 왜 가르쳐주니?
Love K-drama romance but tired of the same old tropes, chaebol heirs, amnesia twists, or predictable childhood sweethearts? What if I told you there are love stories out there that are just as heart-fluttering but completely unexpected? From time-traveling soulmates to unconventional relationships you won't see coming, these 10 K-dramas break the mold in the best way possible. First off, when it comes to unconventional love stories, My Love from the Star is a global sensation that sets the bar high. This popular K-drama follows Do Min-jun, played by Kim Soo-hyun, an alien who crash-landed on Earth during the Joseon era and has secretly lived among humans for 400 years. With his sharp intellect, superhuman abilities, and impossibly good looks, he's avoided attachments while waiting to return to his home planet. But just 3 months before his departure, his carefully controlled life is thrown into chaos when he meets Cheon Song-yi, played by Jun Ji-hyun, a dazzling yet hilariously unpredictable top actress whose world is falling apart. Despite their vastly different worlds, one being a literal extraterrestrial with a strict no-attachment policy, and the other a celebrity whose life is always in the spotlight, their paths collide in the most unexpected ways, leading to a love story that defies time, space, and logic. Another K-drama that absolutely deserves a spot on this list is the time travel romance Tomorrow with You. This beautifully crafted fantasy drama follows a wealthy CEO with an unusual secret. He can travel through time using the subway. Played by the phenomenal Lee Ji-hoon, he's used his ability to build a life of luxury. But everything changes when he glimpses his own tragic fate. Desperate to change his future, he makes a bold decision to marry Song Ma-rin, a struggling yet spirited photographer, played by the ever-charming Shin Min-ah. What starts as a calculated move soon turns into something deeper, as love takes them on an unpredictable journey filled with twists of fate, heartbreak, and self-discovery. Now, there's no way we can leave out Are You Human Too? A drama that brings a unique and fresh premise to the K-drama world. This sci-fi romance drama follows Nam Shin, played by Seo Kang-joon, the heir to a powerful conglomerate who falls into a coma after a tragic accident. To protect his position in both his family and the business world, his mother, an expert in artificial intelligence, creates Nam Shin 3, a highly advanced humanoid robot who looks exactly like her son. But, unlike the cold and emotionally detached real Nam Shin 3 is pure-hearted, kind, and incapable of lying. As Nam Shin 3 steps into the real world, he meets a sharp-witted and fiercely independent bodyguard who is initially suspicious of him. But as she spends more time with him, she begins to fall for him. At first glance, with a chaebol male lead and a strong-willed middle-class female lead, this series could seem like a classic K-drama romance. But it takes an unexpected sci-fi twist that sets it apart. Next up is a drama that doesn't rely on jaw-dropping twists or over-the-top storylines. Something in the Rain stands out for its mature, deeply realistic love story. This beautifully made romance Korean drama follows Yoon Jin-ah, played by the stunning Sun Ye-jin, a woman in her mid-30s who has spent years settling for less, both in love and in life. She's weighed down by societal expectations and unsure of what she truly wants, until she reconnects with her best friend's younger brother, played by the effortlessly charming Young Hae-in, who has been in love with her all along. Unlike your typical fairy tale romance, Something in the Rain delves into real-world struggles, age gaps, workplace sexism, and family disapproval, told through quiet, intimate moments that make it all the more personal and relatable. Up next, what if you woke up in a different body every month? Is it still possible to find true love? Well, this must-watch K-drama might just have the answer. The beauty inside takes the classic falling in love with the person, not the appearance theme, and gives it a fantasy twist, starring the stunning Seo Hyun-jin as Han Se-gye, an A-list actress with a secret. Once a month, she wakes up in a different body. Struggling with rumors and relationships, she crosses paths with Seo Do-jae, played by Lee Min-ki, a cold yet brilliant airline executive who secretly has face blindness. As their fates intertwine, their love story unfolds into a deeply emotional and swoon-worthy romance that proves love goes beyond appearances. Now, let's go to high school romances. Don't be fooled, as while high school romances are a staple in K-dramas, but Extraordinary You takes the genre in a completely unexpected direction. Kim Hye-yoon stars as Yoon Dan-oh, a wealthy student who thinks she's living a normal life, until she discovers she's just a minor character in a romance comic, doomed to die for the development of the main couple's love story. Determined to rewrite her fate, she rebels against the script and finds an unlikely ally in number 13, played by Rowoon, a nameless extra who begins to think and feel for himself. As their love story unfolds beyond the comic's control, they must face the risks of challenging destiny itself. Extraordinary You is a playful, imaginative romance packed with twists that redefine what it means to fight for your own story. Next is a high-rated K-drama that delivers a love story that isn't just emotional, but built on impossible circumstances. Crash Landing on You begins when a wealthy South Korean heiress, played by Sun Ye-jin, is caught in a freak paragliding accident and crash lands in North Korea, a place she was never meant to be. There, she meets a disciplined yet reserved officer, portrayed by Hyun Bin, who should have turned her in immediately. Instead, he chooses to protect her at the cost of his own safety, setting the stage for a romance where every moment together could mean disaster. What makes Crash Landing on You truly unconventional is how it takes the classic love against all odds trope to a whole new level. This isn't just about misunderstandings or meddling families. This is a love story tested by actual national borders, strict regimes, and a world determined to keep them apart. Another K-drama that takes the classic romance trope to a whole new level is See You in My 19th Life. Instead of just playing with fate, this drama turns reincarnation into an emotionally charged, thought-provoking romance that breaks the usual K-drama rules. Shin Hye-sun stars as a woman who has lived 18 different lives and remembers every single one. She has long accepted her unique fate and moves forward after each life without attachments, until her 18th life changes everything. She falls deeply in love with a warm-hearted childhood friend, played by Ahn Bo-hyun. But just as she finds happiness, tragedy strikes, and her life is cut short in a devastating accident. In her 19th life, she sets out to find him, now a reserved and lonely man burdened by the pain of his past. Now, when it comes to classic romance tropes, contract marriages are a fan favorite, but My Demon takes it up a notch with a supernatural twist, pairing a cold-hearted heiress with a devilishly charming demon. Starring Kim Yoo-jung as Do Do-hee, a fierce and independent chaebol heiress with trust issues and a target on her back. This K-drama follows her unlikely entanglement with Jung Gu-won, played by Song Kang, a powerful demon who has spent centuries making shady deals, without ever feeling a thing. That is, until he mysteriously loses his powers and realizes that Do-hee is the key to getting them back. With no choice but to stay by her side, their reluctant partnership turns into a fiery contract marriage full of bickering, sizzling chemistry, and unexpected teamwork. But as Do-hee sees past his supernatural arrogance and Gu-won experiences human emotions for the first time, their relationship transforms into an intense, passionate love story, one neither of them ever saw coming. For our final drama, My Lovely Runner delivers a love story like no other, one where fate isn't bringing them together, but threatening to tear them apart. Starring Baeun Woo-seok as Ryu Sun-jae, a top idol whose life takes a tragic turn, and Kim Hye-yoon as Im Sol, a passionate assistant director who once admired him from afar, this top-rated K-drama begins in 2023, when Sun-jae's sudden death shatters her world. But instead of moving on, fate pulls her 15 years into the past, giving her a rare chance to rewrite his story. Unlike typical K-drama romances where fate brings two people together, My Lovely Runner is about a love that transcends time and destiny itself. While Im Sol fights to save him at any cost, Sun-jae, completely unaware of their tragic future, keeps falling for her in every timeline. This time, the heroine isn't chasing love. She's racing against time to ensure his happiness, even if it means letting him go. If you liked this video, check out our list of the sexiest K-dramas. Click now to watch. 감사합니다.